Don't let other people dictate what you can and can't do. Go out, be yourself, and people are gonna like you. Which is like, tale as old as time, right? Like, just be yourself. But no, it's for real. And I'm only saying that because I have struggled believing it, honestly. You know? Like, every day I wake up and I try to do my own little affirmations and being like, yeah, people will totally like me for being myself. You know? And I made it a New Year's resolution this year to go out and talk to more people and make new friends, which I think is like the hardest part for me, is making those connections and keeping people in my life. Because like obviously you're gonna have like a class where like, oh, we all have to do a group project, let's talk for 2 weeks, you know? But then that class ends and you never talk to them ever again. Maybe you won't even wave to them when you see them on campus. And then you just kind of go back to your same old, you know, talking to the friends you met in high school, maybe texting some that aren't here anymore. But it's just like commonality and complacency, I guess. So like, how do you even go about making friends, right? Like, it's kind of hard. And I've definitely like witnessed it being hard. Like, I've almost cried that times that I get like invited to things because like it's not common at all. Just like put yourself out there, you know? I find it really easy to put myself out there at work. Maybe you could put yourself out there at school, at some place you volunteer at. Oh, and volunteering. Oh my gosh. Volunteering is literally like the gateway to friends, bro. Because not only are you there to like benefit the community and like be a part of like a bigger mission, but you're not doing it alone. You know, you're there with other people that have the same goals and mindset as you. Maybe it's like your church community where everybody's kind of like Catholic or Christian, or I don't know, you know, but y'all have the same mindset on that idea and ideological view. So like, make friends with people that are like you. And at work, make friends with people who are not like you. Find like somebody who's like crazy different from you and just be like, hey, my name's Cass, you know? And don't be afraid to be out there, because you know what? There's always somebody else afraid to be out there. The moment that you talk to someone, you never know if they were scared to talk first. They were scared to talk to you, you know? What if it's like they think you look unapproachable, but then you're like this bubbly sunshine rainbow? And that's just like how we should be going about things in life, I think. Talking to other people, being out there, because at the end of the day, humans are social creatures, which is like pretty freaking cool, I guess. That we really can't be doing things on our own. Or we shouldn't be doing things on our own. Because like I've definitely felt it. It's like a shift in my workplace, because I recently like became a server instead of being a host. And as a host, there's maybe like 4 of you guys in the front the entire shift, kind of trauma bonding over being screamed at all day. But as a server, it's really everybody for themselves, you know? And I've definitely witnessed people screwing me over just for like the sake of selfishness. And it's obviously not like a crazy thing, right? Just like, oh, somebody asks you for ranch and then you don't bring it, and then I have to be the face to it and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know? Like, it obviously could have just been like, hey, let me know that they needed ranch, instead of just pretending like you never heard it. But that's just like a petty mini story, you get me? But I feel like being in an environment where you don't really need to collaborate or anything kind of just breeds that selfishness. And it breeds isolation too. Like, you feel like there's no need for you to talk to other people, so why should you? You know? Like, you're not gonna gain anything out of it, in a sense. Or at least, like, that's what some people believe. But it is true that, like, every time you try to be out there, every time you try to open up, you're truly, like, changing your life and the life of others, believe it or not. Because now you don't only have a friend, but other people make friends. And at school, like, talk to that guy that's in all of your classes, bro. Like, y'all probably are going into like the same career path. You're gonna see him in like you're still gonna see him in the next 4 years. You know, and like I've fallen victim of that too, but like opposite, right? Like, I don't talk to people, which is like a fatal character flaw of mine at school. I'm very quiet. Like, I barely do anything. Like, I'm just kind of there if I ever go to class, you know? And I only participate in one class, and that's because like I really like engaging with the professor. So I don't really talk to people unless I have to. But I did have a group project that one time, and then like even if I did make friends with everyone in my group, I kind of made friends with this one girl, you know. So just talk and like not to be corny, but like be that group leader. If you see that nobody else wants to take on that role of like organizing and like communicating to like finish together like what you guys have to get done, then you do that. That should be your responsibility. Because you know what? People are going to see you as confident, even if you're not that confident, you know? It's literally just fake it till you make it. But like affirm yourself that you are that confident, even if you don't feel that way. Like every day, remind yourself that you're kind. People love you, how you are. You are strong. You are brave. I think those are like the main things that you need to really throw in your head when you think about like, why can't I get out there? Why won't people like me? Because it's not that people won't like you. You're just scared that they won't like you. So you have to get over that fear, you know? I am kind. I am strong. I am brave. And people like me just the way I am. So don't feel like you have to change for anybody. Don't feel like you have to outdo yourself every time you walk out the house. Like, there's gonna be people that are definitely gonna pray on your downfall or whatever, but like, I don't think those prayers get through, bruh. If you're literally like breeding positivity into the universe the entire time, then I don't think that negative stuff is gonna really chase you down all that much. But yeah, I don't know if I should curl my hair. Little intermission here. I'm gonna do like small curls, I think. Like loose curls, I mean. Oh yeah, and with like being said about being yourself and not being scared that people are gonna reject you for being different, because most of us are the same. There's no true perfection to a normal person. Like, what do you think of when you think of a normal person? Because I assure you they're not normal, or they're not average at least. Like, a lot of people are nervous to talk about their interests, which I find kind of corny because like everybody has interests. And even if like your interest isn't popularized by like the masses, like I'm sure it'll come out in the next few years that everybody's going to be like talking about it, you know? Like everybody became really into anime in 2020. Or yeah, 2020, right? 2021, 2019. And like that was such like an underground subgroup apparently, like before that, where it was like, oh, you're a nerd if you watch anime, like, and then it still became like that afterwards. Like after it became so mainstream, it became weird again. So like, what's the point of trying to change for fitting into the masses if you're just gonna be unhappy? And then it's like not even that crazy. Everybody should have their own freaking hobbies and interests, and I don't think that normality should be normalized. You know, consumerism should not be as normalized as it is today. Like, just get one freaking Stanley cup. It doesn't even have to be Stanley. I loved Owalas and I thought they were so stinking cute. But good old dandy, I be buying Yeti cups, bro. Because I personally think that they work the best out of all of these like insulated water bottles that have been trending. And I'm sure in the next 2 years, Yeti cups are going to be the next big reusable water cup. But that's just a tangent for another time on consumerism. But just don't feel like you need to change how you present yourself or the things that you like to do in order to fit in with people who don't really care, you know? Because, like, maybe you're nervous that, like, oh, they're going to think I'm weird. I have to wear this one dress. I have to wear this one brand. I have to dress like this. I have to dress like that. And then in the end, they're going to be like, oh, I didn't even notice you did anything different, you know? Which is why, like, I really want to, like, throw in the argument of, like, doing your makeup for yourself and not for the male gaze and stuff like that, because I know like 6 years ago it was like such a thing for some reason that guys were like, no, girls only do their makeup for guys, and like you only want to look good for guys, and then it became like a whole statement of like, I'm getting ready for myself, not you, doofus. So like keep that freaking energy, bro. Keep that energy, you know? Don't get ready for anybody, whether it's a man, a woman, or a freaking dog. Get ready for yourself. And I'm a believer in like look good, feel good, you know? So like I don't want to leave the house looking chop chud. And I probably won't. But I'm not going to do it because I'm scared that other people are going to look at me differently and be like, oh, she didn't put any effort today, you know? No. I'm doing it because it helps me focus when I study, you know? Which is pretty freaking dumb, and I wish it wasn't like that. But it makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel like I'm Legally Blonde or something. So if that's what makes you feel good, then go ahead and do it. Nobody's going to be judging you for doing things that help you, for doing things that make you you. In fact, they're probably going to be like, oh, that's such a Cassie thing, you know? Like, she would do that. And even if it's like a negative thing, don't let it get to you either. We can't go through our life taking everything super personally, because if we take everything super personally, then we're just going to like bring all these problems into our life and manifest them like as our own, which should never be happening again. Because literally what? You're going to take some like stupid insult from some person you don't even know and like make it your life's purpose to change that? No. You're just breeding into insecurities that people throw on you, you know? And that's kind of freaking bad. I don't even have to explain why it's bad. Ow, I just burnt myself with a curling iron, or the straightener. But don't change. Be yourself, be happy, make friends, go out, talk to people you wouldn't normally talk to, because you never know who's going to be there for the rest of your life. Unless you start that conversation. So yeah, Cassie out.